Oh my goodness. Is it hot enough for what? All right, let me just mute this up. How do I do this? I can't see how to mute that. Hold on a second. Hold up. Wait a minute. All right, I think I closed that down. All right, this is going to be a very brief live. It's one, I'm tired, and two, I'm tired. All right, so as you may or may not know, um, I believe my last live stream, I was speaking on timelines and, all this other stuff that's going on around town that has to do with how the KMJ support the J. So there's a timeline stuff going on. And last live, I put that on private because I received a phone call and the ringtone is a copyrighted, could be copywritten. And I put the video on. I don't even know what I put it on, but it's on something till I can take off the couple of seconds of the music so that the video can stay in its format. I'm gonna when I get that part removed, I'm gonna reproduce it out here because I think it's critical to hear the part before I left, and we had a guest come on to the back chat, which is something that is a behavior on this internet that folks engage in. Just go, jumping on a StreamYard link and writing in the back in the private chat instead of joining the panel. It's very intrusive. I've had it occur a few times already in the past with what I would call troll mentality. So I'm always surprised. I don't want to call that woman who did it on that day a troll. It's just a behavior I'm not accustomed to. Because I would like to think that real women have real conversations. And until further notice, I'm not calling anybody less than a woman around here. So I'm always expecting, even though I don't like some people personally, to be able to conduct myself in a ladylike manner at all times. So with that being said, I believe the timeline series proceeded. I saw, or I began listening to this evening, which is now the 6th, because I got to make things very concise around here because people are doing timeline. So September 6th, I began listening on my commute home to September 5th timeline, which is part 2 of the timeline. So I'm going to say this. If I decide to do any commentary on the timeline, I will do it either on Sunday when it's worship. It'll be closer to the weekend. Saturday, Sunday, or what I think is more appropriate might be Monday morning quarterbacking, because this would fall in that category. I am creating a new time, a new what do you call those things? A new playlist for things like things of this nature, to fall under, because I find it a specific type of conversation that I would want to have. So there will be no Monica making no videos as the timeline is playing itself out. One, um, let me just walk you through my rationale. I'm not at war with anyone. So my belief is I'm not going back and forth with anybody. So it would be what I consider to be true commentary. So it doesn't, I don't need to be going day by day and breaking down. That's number one. Number two, and I have to take that call, so I'll give y'all 4 more minutes. I can't do, so there's no back and forth for me. It's just my observations or my understanding of what I've heard. It's always good to listen to things from other people's perspective and be able to build your own understanding from it. And that's what I plan to do, because again, some of this conversations or streams that are going to be played, or they're being characterized as what do you call those things? Clips. Some of the clips that are going to be shared, it's going to be new information for me. So I want to take that in. So that's number one. Number two, I realized that there is an attack, or there is some kind of campaigns that are being launched behind it. This is extremely interesting to me that Money Boy Trey, he's premiering old videos as if he's initiated a campaign to attack, I guess, me, Karen Monica Joy, while this stuff is going on. But only those of you who are really familiar with that type of behavior, or his type of response, or his type of temper tantrums, can really understand what that's about. But he's on the pay. As far as Mo is concerned, I'm paying him no attention. I heard what Karen had to say. Someone reached out to me yesterday to ask me about my Louis Vuitton planner cover, and I thought that was funny. But I vaguely, and I'm gonna use the words very carefully, vaguely remember hearing that a couple of years ago. Listen, 2 things you can do. Go on to YouTube, put in Louis Vuitton, not Louis, but Louis Vuitton, which is LV planner cover. But actually that's not, it's a that's an agenda. That's the agenda cover. I believe that's what I purchased for myself. Anybody knows me, you just know what you know. I'm a planner person. I like knickknacks like that. It is what luxury is supposed to be. It's supposed to be something you buy that you enjoy for yourself. So they was like, they never seen it before. Listen, you can go to the LV site. If I want to humor y'all, I'll look for the video when I was at LV the second time, and I asked the guy, what did I get the first time when I was there? Oh, or asked him to look at the thing to see what I purchased. But the interesting thing about LV is that they have your receipts are online. So maybe maybe I'll pull up my Louis Vuitton receipt during one of the videos. It's just a waste of time to prove to people that things exist. But if you look through this YouTube, you will see the Louis Vuitton planner cover everywhere. People use it. I use it. I love it. I was explaining to the person that spoke to me that was like, oh, I paid $600 back then. I've had it now 2 years. So when I look at things like that, I'm like, oh, $600. All right. So now it's at $300 per year. 2 more years from now, I'll be like, it's $150 a year. Like, I ain't gonna really worry about it. It's something I bought myself. Many of you people that sit on this internet, y'all smoke weed. Yeah, y'all do. Y'all smoke weed daily. Y'all spend 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $50, whatever, on y'all habit. I buy myself a planner cover, one cover that lasts me for years. Y'all smoke and carry on. That just lasts you for seconds. So you go figure that out. All right. What's my other thing? So that's about all I have to say. I think those are old videos. Those are old. Oh, wait a minute. Come on, Monica. I tried to hit the link to come up. I had no clue you didn't know I was. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I'm just seeing this right here. No, I didn't know that you was backstage at all, because I would have let you up. I had take a call from my son. I had no clue you didn't know I was backstage until Joy K said it. I don't troll. Y'all have a blessed night. Yeah, I said, did you hear exactly everything I said? I said I wouldn't pick you to be a troll, but that's the things that people do under the StreamYard thing. Anyway, hey Joy, I'm doing something else. That's why I'm not on screen. Actually, it's one of them days, and I got a brief that I have to put in a memo. I have to do a memo. So I am busy this week. Anyway, that's my job. I swear to goodness, I can't think anything around here. But yeah. All right, what's the other thing? The man is doing that. The man's doing that thing that he's doing over there. So I'm not paying Trey any attention. He's throwing a temper tantrum because he doesn't have any control of what's going on right now. And I think that's what people need to begin to understand around here. You cannot control other folks' platforms. And I find it unfair for people to believe that they can control what other people want to do. Somebody comes out here and says, I want to do a timeline to show you guys what happened. I want to at least see the person's timeline to see it from their perspective. See, what's going on around here is that everyone's talking over each other, around each other, beneath each other, but no one's taking the time to actually listen to what's being said. You never know what you can learn from somebody else, or what you can hear from somebody else's perspective that may make you start to look at what you believe to be, what you believe, may just make you look at the things that you believe in a different light. Or maybe, just maybe, there's something that's missing You feel like, oh, I'm missing a piece of something. And then you hear someone else give you a breakdown and you're like, oh, wait a minute. That might be what I'm missing. And that might be a critical piece to something that'll help you understand another thing better. Okay, last but not least, I joined Joy's room last night when she was going back and forth with I guess now I'm not mentioning people's name around here, but I'm gonna say this. Um I don't even know what to call some people around here, but I will mention John Frank's name. But she was having a panel where she was playing John Frank's video. And John Frank and a guest panelist were both up there speaking or giving their commentary on Joy. That is what's going to happen around here. If one person makes something a hot topic, a lot of other folks are going to make the same thing their topic. The folks in this neighborhood, because I don't even know what to call it, because it was formerly known as something else since I'm not a member of it, and it wasn't, whatever. The bottom line is they're always going to put out content around whatever is the driving force for the moment. So if the lead content right now is the timeline on Joy and that breakup, or basically, I don't really know what the end game is going to be with the timeline. All I know it's giving you an in-depth look at Joy in the past couple of months. And what has happened, Joy's experience in the last couple of months on this internet. And there are always going to be people that are going to want to shut down something. People are afraid of the truth, and that's the honest answer around here. People are afraid of being exposed on the things that they didn't do right. People are afraid of being exposed on their inequities. People are afraid of the things that keep them awake at night being revealed by other folks. No one that I've met so far is a perfect being. And if you walk around here and you pretend that you're perfect, then you're only misleading yourself. We all make mistakes. We all fall short of an expectation, be it one you make for yourself or one made by somebody else. But nevertheless, we all fall short. The question is, how do you overcome your shortfalls? And what you do in those circumstances. When I look at Joy in the past couple of months, and I find her to be stronger for the experience. And that's about it. I heard some things today out of that video, and this is what I'm gonna say. I understand when people say, oh, Joy was so strong and she could take out some of the folks and she would swing hard. I could see that in a few of the clips that were played that I heard. So I was just like, yeah, Joy had some fight in her. So and she is a fighter. And when I heard her this morning when I woke up and she was doing that commentary over there, she sounded very strong. And that's what I was hoping for her, that when she came out here and she was ready to take on this stuff, that she would be as strong as she stand as strong as she's standing right now. So that after visiting her in Vegas, um, and what seemed to be like the what could have been like the darkest moment coming out of Vegas, and seeing this, maybe that was the strongest moment for her. Where she just woke up, like she said, the day after her birthday, and she was ready to go. She ready to go in. So, you know, I'm here for it. And that's good. And I heard it last night, and I heard it in her voice, and I heard it in her commentary. And I just hope she stays the course of that. Just being strong. Just stay strong. Anyway, I was going to say something about somebody else based on something else that I found out today, but I gave it a little bit more thought, um, about people's pain and problems, because I remember coming out here and listening to Joy um, share her triumph that day. And I remember coming out here and saying, "Hey, Joy, don't bring your pain and your problems onto the platform, because these not the people for that." And that hasn't changed for me. I still feel the same way about pain and problems. But that's not a message just for Joy. That's a message for everyone and anyone up here, because I am a strong believer that hurt people, and that some folks up here are more vulnerable than what they want you to believe they are. And it's easy to knock a person when you believe them to be down. So I just hope that everybody is really taking care of themselves internally first. Um, and I'm going to leave it on that note. Today's broadcast was brought to you by the M and the O. Mo, mo, mo.